Hello everybody, I'm Slightly Artsy, and today I'm just going to be talking about the song that I uploaded, 8-Bit Beginnings. So first thing that I started with was the chill pad, which sounds like this. And it's not much of a pad, but it works. So first thing is these chords, the chords that form the basis of this entire song. And then also the first bass line. So here you have a bass drum combined with some hi-hats and a snare. All very simple, and as you can see they're also panned as well. This was the first and really only song that I tried to create an illusion of depth with. And then you have the lead, which I named the retro synth. I'm not sure why, it's not really very retro, but the first melody that I came up with sounded a bit like something out of a Mega Man game, I guess. So anyways, the way I created the melody first was to place a loop here and then just listen to the chords over and over again while placing notes here. It was very simple to do, right? Nothing out of the ordinary. And then I just added right? So that way I'd be able to just link it very easily to each other. Without the chill pad, it just sounds really boring, right? And then again, this goes on, I add some new melodies like this. Yada 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 until here. Now this is where I add the support synth. It's made to have a saw kind of a sound. And it's just to sort of add a little bit of extra depth to the sound of the lead, which by itself is not a very interesting sound, so I just pair it up. Oh yeah, and you'll also notice here that there's a kick. This was before I downloaded a kick sample, so I just got them from here. Kick01. Yay. And then here, I switch out the kicks for more hi-hats and snares. So then eventually I figure I'm going to have to create new melodies. And so I also create new chords to go along with it. And they're really more filler than everything. And here is where I made in my opinion, it's the worst part of the song. I guess I could just fix it right now, but right. By lowering these just a little bit. There. Maybe that'll sound a little bit better. Right, and as you can see, we have a sweep here. For those of you who don't know, a sweep is just white noise with a low-pass filter on it. When the low-pass filter is lowered, you can't hear it as much. When it's really low, you can't hear much at all. So basically what we do here is we automate the knob on the low-pass filter so that it goes up and up in an exponential curve, and then cuts off suddenly, which helps transition into the main part. And this is sort of a clumsy attempt at a beat build up and drop. So it doesn't sound very good. So if you'll notice here, I have another kick ready. This time it is kick 04. Right. Some people say that the kick drum is 80% of an EDM song. I tend to agree with them on that. So anyways, here we have the main part. I swap out the chill pad for something with a little bit of more energy, the rang rang rang. I'm not sure why I named it that. I think it's because... Oh, I remember why. It's because I connected it to an LFO controller, and then that made it go like wah, 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 wah. You can still sort of hear that effect here, but just not as much. Or I don't know if I'm just imagining it, but yeah, it has a bit more energy. And you can also see that I've added another instrument here, what I've called the pengi flute. And since you can't really hear it, it just mostly repeats, except for certain parts, like here. And you'll notice that they sound very awkward on their own, but you don't really notice it compared when everything else is put in perspective. And also you'll notice sometimes I take out certain instruments, sometimes I take out certain chunks of the beat, but I always keep this kick at the bottom very stable, to give it some sort of a solid ground to go off of. And then you'll notice that I just sort of transition off into the main melody once again, and I slowly drop off everything, right? You'll notice first that I switch from the more high energy ring 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 to the chill pad once again, and then I also remove all of the extra beats. None of that is necessary. Now, if you'll notice, this is a song that thrives very highly on repetition, right? The main melody itself is repeated many times, and the chords themselves are also repeated a lot. But overall, I think it's okay. It's not bad, right? I've improved beyond that point, and I'd really like to show you guys more of these, not more of this, but my songs that are a lot better than this. But I don't want to show my hand just yet because I still have a couple of other songs that I've got to get out first, and I need to create art for those as well. So it's not yet. I'm not going to be revealing my news tracks very soon or anything, but I am running off of a backup stash, and I don't think that's going to run out anytime soon. So, first song I'm going to release next, I believe, is going to be Expired, and then after that, I'll let you in on something because you watched to the end of this video, or maybe you just skipped to the end, but who knows, right? So I'll tell you this, right? I haven't announced it yet, and I'm probably not going to until a little bit later, but Cosmic Realm is going to be the next song, and, well, it's going to be the first song, ironically, because it's very peaceful and calm sounding, but it's going to be the first song, I believe, with a major character in it fighting other than Pengy, which is the red penguin. So, if you watched this far, thank you for doing so, because I wouldn't have watched this far if I were you. Please leave some tips in the comments on how I can improve my speaking, because I know that my voice sounds very dead inside, and it would be part of my shtick, but I don't have a good mic, so then it just ends up sounding even worse than it normally does. So, that's it. Thank you for watching, and bye.